Far from the sun's warmth, past Neptune, in the dimly lit Kuiper Belt, lies Pluto, a world both familiar and strange. To the naked eye, it is a mere point of light. To the human mind, it was once considered the edge of the known. And yet, despite its distance and size, Pluto hosts mysteries that rival any planet in our solar system. It is a world defined by extremes. Gravity is weak. Temperatures are unimaginably cold. Centuries pass as seasons, and a year takes 248 Earth years. In such an environment, the ordinary rules of climate and atmosphere behave in ways few would predict. Pluto's atmosphere is among the most ephemeral ever observed. Unlike Earth, whose atmosphere is thick, self-regulating, and permanent, Pluto's atmosphere appears and disappears with the slow rhythm of its orbit. It breathes in the light of the distant sun and exhales into ice as the sun fades. This cycle of creation and collapse is not just rare. It is a phenomenon that challenges our understanding of what it means for a world to have an atmosphere at all. To understand this, we must journey back to the history of Pluto's discovery. When Clyde Tombaugh first spotted the dwarf planet in 1930, little more than a shadowy point on a photographic plate, no one imagined it could hold air. The planet's small mass and great distance from the sun seemed to preclude the possibility. Pluto was expected to be inert, unchanging, and silent. Yet hints of something more began to emerge decades later. Observations of starlight passing behind Pluto, stellar occultations, revealed subtle dimming, suggesting the presence of gas. In the 1980s and 1990s, astronomers confirmed that Pluto indeed had an atmosphere, thin but measurable, composed mostly of nitrogen with traces of methane and carbon monoxide. And more astonishingly, this atmosphere was not constant. It grew when Pluto approached the sun and shrank when it moved away, following the long, elliptical path of its orbit. Pluto's orbit is the key. Highly elongated and tilted, it carries the planet through vastly different regions of the solar system. At perihelion, Pluto is closer to the sun than Neptune. At aphelion, it retreats into darkness and cold beyond the orbit of Neptune. During these centuries-long journeys, Pluto's surface warms and cools, triggering the rise and fall of its atmosphere. The planet's axial tilt, a dramatic 120 degrees, adds further complexity. Entire hemispheres can endure decades of uninterrupted sunlight, while others remain in shadow for the same length of time. These extreme seasons drive massive migrations of surface nitrogen ice. Sunlit regions sublimate ice into gas, feeding the atmosphere, while colder areas accumulate frost, storing the atmosphere for the next awakening. Nitrogen ice is Pluto's lifeblood. Unlike water ice on Earth, which melts and flows as a liquid, nitrogen ice sublimates directly into gas under Pluto's low pressure. This process is delicate. Sunlight provides the energy, but the reaction is gradual. Molecule by molecule, ice turns to gas, forming a thin, global atmosphere. Methane and carbon monoxide join the nitrogen in this ethereal dance. Methane absorbs sunlight, warming the upper atmosphere and sustaining circulation, while carbon monoxide regulates heat transfer. High above, solar ultraviolet radiation breaks methane into complex organic molecules, forming haze layers that drift slowly toward the surface, tinting the sky with subtle blues and golds. For a time, Pluto possesses a living sky. Winds blow gently over nitrogen plains. Hazes drift hundreds of kilometers above. Temperature gradients form layers within the atmosphere, just as on Earth, albeit in miniature. The dwarf planet breathes. but the balance is fragile. As Pluto moves away from the Sun, energy diminishes. Nitrogen molecules cool and condense, returning to the surface. The atmosphere collapses. Pressure drops by orders of magnitude. Winds die. Hazes settle. Eventually, Pluto may retain only the thinnest trace of gas, suspended for a brief period before freezing entirely. This collapse is not uniform. Different regions of Pluto respond at different rates, depending on local temperatures, surface topography, and solar illumination. The planet's surface and atmosphere are locked in a slow feedback loop. Sublimation and deposition of nitrogen ice over centuries reshape plains, valleys, and glaciers. Pluto's landscape is formed not only by geology, but by the cycles of its breathing atmosphere. The discovery of Pluto's atmosphere and its collapse would not have been possible without human ingenuity. Observatories around the world monitored occultations, carefully measuring the bending of starlight as Pluto passed in front of distant stars. These subtle observations revealed pressure changes over decades, confirming the cyclical rise and fall of the atmosphere. In 2015, NASA's New Horizons mission provided an unprecedented view of Pluto. The spacecraft revealed mountains of water ice, vast plains of nitrogen, and evidence of glaciers flowing across the surface. Multiple haze layers stretched hundreds of kilometers above the planet. For the first time, humanity saw Pluto not as a frozen dot in the sky, but as a dynamic, evolving world. The observations confirmed that its atmosphere was active, delicate, and fundamentally tied to its surface ice. Even now, Pluto continues its slow retreat from the Sun. Its atmosphere is thinning. Nitrogen is returning to ice, freezing out the sky. Hazes settle. Winds fade. The dwarf planet enters another long winter, one that will persist for decades or centuries. The cycle repeats, as it has for millennia, and will for millennia more. Pluto's story is not just one of physics and ice. It is a story of time. The planet reminds us that change can be imperceptibly slow, that climate can operate on scales beyond human lifespans. Its cycles span centuries, its seasons unfold over generations, and its atmosphere can vanish for decades, only to return centuries later. Pluto is a teacher. It shows us that even the smallest worlds, far from warmth and light, can harbor processes of staggering complexity. That atmospheres do not need to be permanent to matter. That cycles can shape a world as profoundly as oceans, volcanism, or tectonics. And it reminds us that the solar system still holds surprises, waiting for those patient enough to observe them. The dwarf planet's future is no less dramatic. Over millions of years, gravitational interactions with Neptune and the rest of the solar system will alter Pluto's orbit slightly, changing the timing, intensity, and duration of its atmospheric cycles. The Sun, too, will change. Billions of years from now, it will brighten as it approaches the red giant phase, potentially awakening Pluto's atmosphere more intensely than ever. Nitrogen and methane may sublimate more rapidly. Hazes may become more pronounced. The dwarf planet may experience its most active periods since the formation of the solar system. Yet even these events unfold on a timescale almost beyond comprehension. For humans, for civilizations, Pluto's cycles are a whisper. They are a heartbeat measured in centuries, a pulse barely detectable across the vast distance of space. Pluto's atmosphere collapses, but never truly disappears. It sleeps in the ice, waits for the sun, and rises again. It is a lesson in impermanence, in the patience of the cosmos, in the quiet rhythms that govern worlds at the solar system's edge. At the edge of the Kuiper Belt, In silence and darkness, Pluto drifts. Sometimes with a sky, sometimes without. Always changing, always breathing. Its atmosphere collapses, its atmosphere returns. And in that cycle, humanity glimpses a truth that even the smallest, coldest worlds can be alive, dynamic, and endlessly fascinating.